Good afternoon. How are you diddling? Excellent. Me too. Thank you very much for asking. Welcome to another live episode of Dazed and Confused, my 3 times a week live show where I chat to you about social media, about video, and what you could be doing for your brand and for your business right now for free to make sure people are talking about you when we come out of this craziness that we're all in, or even better, talking about you right now and maybe even buying your products as well during this crazy time that we're living through. Today, we're going to be talking about the fact that it is beer day and how actually being social on social media could really help somebody right now. We'll come to that in just a moment. It's something I've spoken about quite a bit over the last 12 months. So if you've heard the message before, listen to it again and then actually act on it as well, which would be really great. So first things first, though, before we get into anything, I'm Simon Scholes. I'm the founder and creative director of Perception Studios, and we're an award-winning visual marketing agency based in the UK. And we help brands and businesses create content that really makes them stand out on social media. Now, that could be video, animation, graphical work, aerial work, photography, all sorts of different kinds of stuff. However, a few years ago, became really obvious to me that not every brand and business that I would love to work with, the smaller businesses, the startups, necessarily had the money to spend on having content created on a regular basis. However, we all know that being consistent on the mobile phone is pretty much essential on social media, especially if you're trying to grow organically. So I wanted to try and help them understand how they could create content themselves for free, my second favorite 4-letter word in the entire world. So I sat down and went through a process that I've used, I'd written blogs about, I'd got my clients to work on, I'd spoken about on stage during keynote talks, and I turned it into a book and called it How to 9 Times Your Social Media. It went to number 1, whatever, but you can still get hold of a copy now if you want one. It's like 99p in the bargain bins in Amazon, and the link is in the section below. However, that book and that process is basically what you could be doing right now to create content for your brand. It is everything from marketing content all the way through to podcasting and a whole bunch of stuff in between. That is all about essentially making the content you create work harder for you rather than having to pay an agency like me. If you don't have the money to do that, and don't get me wrong, it's more affordable than you might actually think, but if you really don't have that money to spend, then you could still actually have content going out on a regular basis. And when I say regular, I mean daily rather than once a month when you suddenly remember that you haven't posted on Instagram or you haven't posted on Twitter. So that's what these lives are all about. It's what my content's all about. And it's effectively there to try and help you get started creating content, to go back and watch some of my old content. Stick around, subscribe right now, maybe even share this with your community and get more people watching this content and answering questions and all that kind of stuff. But today we're going to talk about the fact that it is beer day. Hello to Ed McIntyre, who is also saying the fact that it is beer day means it would be rude not to have one. I would thoroughly agree, although I'm going to have to wait until tonight because I've got to go pick up Max from the childminder a little bit later on. But I will definitely have a beer tonight to celebrate the fact that it's beer day, and maybe we can have one kind of, I don't know, in our minds together, Ed. There you go. 8 o'clock tonight. I'll raise a glass. You make sure you're raising one at 8 o'clock as well yourself. Anyway, thank you for joining me, whatever platform you're watching on, YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook. If you've got any questions about social media, about video content, stick them into the comments. I will do my best to answer all of them before we finish today's broadcast. But before we get to any of that, let's talk about the fact that it is beer day and something I've spoken about quite a lot. So I'm sure we're all well aware of the situation we've all been in over the last, well, it's longer than 12 months now, isn't it? It's getting on to 13, 14 months, whatever it might be. And I think we're all going a little bit stir crazy. I know I am, having seen, yes, we've got friends locally who we meet up with in the playground when Max is playing on the swings and all that kind of stuff. But generally, life has come to a stop. We were talking about this morning. We've not even been as far as Newbury, which is only like 30 minutes away from where we live. And so, yeah, it's been a really weird 13 months, 14 months, whatever you might count it as. And so when those beer gardens open, there's a lot of people going to be going out and having beers with friends and having that face-to-face contact, which is fantastic. And it's going to be really good for a lot of people and a lot of people's mental health. However, we are still in this situation right now where we're not necessarily able to do that. because maybe some of our friends live further away. Well, if we need to drive a long way, it means we can't stay over because the rules don't allow that just yet. We can't stay in hotels because they're not open just yet. So how do you get around it? You don't. So basically you stay at home and maybe don't even talk to your friends. And that's what I want to talk to you about right now, talking to your community, being social on social media. And it's something so many people forget about. They're so busy in their mindset of, I've got to make more money, and trying to sell all the time with their social media content and putting stuff out that's going to try and sell a product, that they completely forget that they're trying to build a community of people who actually give a shit about what it is that they do and what they sell and what they've got to say and the pain that they remove and the value that they've got to give. So you've got to get your mindset out of that I'm always selling game and actually start to maybe just be a little bit more human. I think it's really an important thing for me, I think, absolutely. And hopefully for you, it's quite an important thing. And it's not just a one-day event. I'm not just saying today, because it's Beard Day, you should be reaching out to your community, but you should be doing it on a regular basis, checking in on people, seeing how they are. Your community are essentially your friends, or your brand ambassadors. So reaching out now and again and being human and just going through you've got maybe a Facebook group, and as long as you haven't got tens of thousands of people in there, just reach out to maybe your entire group. And if you have got tens of thousands of people, reach out to every 100 or something like that, and just talk to people and just say, hi, how are you doing? No sell, no, this is my latest product, no, oh, have you bought this, it'll help you. None of that bollocks. Just be human. Just reach out to people and just say, hi, it's Simon here from Perception Studios. Just thought I'd check in and see how you're doing. It's been a bit of a difficult last 12 months, hasn't it? I know I've struggled. How have you been getting on? And just open that line of communication. That person might not even come back to you, but if they do come back to you, it might open a line of communication. Don't get me wrong, further down the line, they might become a customer. You never know. But you're being human, and you reaching out and offering to chat at that particular moment in time could be the thing that really helps that individual. And how much time out of your day is it really taking you? 10 minutes, 15 minutes to sit down and just write a quick message. It could even be a generic message, but just personalized to the person at the beginning. Hi, how are you doing? I mean, if you can personalize every message because you know each person within your community, even better. But if you can't, at least just that reaching out and just seeing how people are is going to help people. It's really going to make a huge difference. So after this broadcast, I want you to think about it. This evening, you've got 15 minutes, 20 minutes, turn off the circle. It's reality TV shite, and spend 15 minutes on your phone going through your Facebook group, going through your Instagrams, going through the people who follow you on Twitter, and just dropping a few people a DM and just saying, hi, it's really difficult at the moment. I know. How are you getting on as a business? How are you getting on as a brand? How are you getting on as an individual? It will make a massive, massive difference to a lot of people, the fact that you are reaching out. And that's what I'm going to leave you with. I'm not going to ask you for anything else. I'm not going to answer any questions unless they're coming in. I've not got any questions up on emails or anything like that. I've got some, but I'm not going to talk about them today because I think this is such an important situation to talk about. But if you do have any questions, then stick them in the comments. I will answer those. But that's it. I'm just going to leave you on that. Try and start to be more social on social media. Talk to your community. Remember, they are a community. They're not your customers. They're not an audience. You're not someone famous. They're your community. That's what you're trying to build, is a community of people who care about you and you care about them, because you're helping remove their pain, whatever that pain might be. Okay, let's say a few quick hellos. Hello to Bach, who's watching at the moment, the British Autistic Chef. Really, really cool YouTube channel. Go and check him out if you've not already done so. And he's just earned monetization as well, which is really good. So well done to you, mate. Congratulations. I know it's a big milestone for a lot of people, getting the right amount of watch time and the number of subscribers needed. Just remember, it is a pittance at the start. Unless you get a really good CPM or your audience suddenly blows up or what have you, actually earning the minimum amount that you need to earn to actually get a paycheck through probably won't happen for quite some time. I think in the 6 years well, it's longer than 6 years. How long have I had a YouTube account? 10 years, 11 years, 12 years. In the 12 years I've had an account, I think I've been paid a handful of times, about 10, 15 times, something like that. So yeah, it takes some doing to build up to the amount that you need to get paid, which is about 60 quid, I think it was. But still, huge congratulations. That's not to dampen the spirits, but just to make people understand that actually having monetization on YouTube still kind of doesn't really hugely mean a lot. But it's really great that you've managed to grow your account to the stage where you can get that, because that means you're getting more people watching your content. They're watching for longer. You've got a bigger subscriber base. So just keep pushing on that. Keep pushing on the content, and you'll just keep growing as well. Well done, Beck. Well done. And hello as well to LinkedIn user. I'm thinking that will be Essie. I'm not sure. Essie generally watches my content, but is it beer day? Damn, I've given up. I'm guessing from the comment, it's got to be Essie. It's got to be. So hello to her who's watching right now. And yes, I do look a bit like the guy from Rainbow, Jeffrey, from back in the day. For those of you who don't know what Rainbow is, go and search out on YouTube. And yeah. Anyway, right, I'm going to disappear. Go and check out Back. He's absolutely awesome. Go and check out Ed's podcast as well, all about Leeds United. And if this is Essie, I'm hoping it is, go check out her content as well, not just on LinkedIn, but on Facebook. She's a disability expert and just a huge advocate for that industry as well, and a fantastic speaker. So go and check out her stuff. Right, I'm going to go. Thank you very much for watching today. If you are brand new to this content, make sure you hit the subscribe button. That would be amazing. And you could even potentially share this content with your audience as well, if you think they're going to benefit from it at all. But anyway, I'm going to go, and I will say have a great rest of your Wednesday, and I will see you on Friday when I will return again at an undisclosed time, because it's daddy daycare. So whenever napping happens is when I happen to go live. So I'll see you then. But until then, stay safe and continue to have a good one.